Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To our returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you. And if you're just joining me for the very first time, thank you so much. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bells, and guess what guys? We're about to have a ride of a lifetime. It is the 11th episode of the lockdown reunion, and of course tonight started with a throwback to the fights that happened between Nengi, Kaisha, and of course Lucy. Ebuka now asked Nengi, why did you get into this series of fights? And Nengi was like, see, I don't like people telling me what to do, and that was why most of this time we had issues, especially when it came to Lucy. Lucy was always telling Nengi, like, see, stop throwing yourself at guys, you're a lady, there's a way you should behave and all of that. And it got to a particular point that Lucy began to say that, see, Nengi, I mean, she wasn't telling Nengi directly, but she, Lucy would just say it in words whenever there was a friction or whatever, and say that that girl that is always throwing herself on guys and all of that. You get what I'm talking about? So that was how it all started.
With Lucy's own is, like I said, I just felt like she was trying to tell me what to do, and I feel like, no, I'm grown. Like, if I want to play with the guys, I'll play with the guys.
Ebuka also went ahead to ask Lucy, why would you say that Nengi liked being touched, that she just likes being touched by guys? And I remember vividly that Lucy said quite a number of this a lot of time. So Lucy was like, see, maybe she didn't say it the right way, but what she meant was the fact that, see, you're a lady, you need to, there's a particular way you need to behave and all of that. But of course, that was the issue that happened between Lucy and Nengi.
Perspective of you're flirting with guys or wearing tight clothes. I do that. I have a lot of guy friends, much more than female friends. So that was never the issue. It was from the aspect of you're a lady and you can stand on your own. That was what the conversation was about. You're a lady. I believe you have much more to show as yourself alone.
Then we went ahead to Neo. If you remember vividly, when Praise was evicted, Neo screamed. It felt like, Neo was the most pained guy because of Praise's eviction. But of course, if you remember, Neo was actually one of those who nominated Praise to be evicted. So Ebuka asked Praise, what do you think about this? When you got outside of the house, you found out that Neo, who is your guy, who you saved last week, nominated you. Praise was like, see, I saved this guy last week because, he was my guy, right? And now I got outside of the house and I found out that this same Neo that I saved last week was one who put me up for eviction, and he couldn't understand.
But his own, I didn't understand. I didn't get it because...
What was his reason?
He hasn't given me any reason till now. Well, his reason is he thought that I was loved and people would... No, let me finish. But I was shocked.
So Ebuka now asked Neo, what happened? Why would you put your guy up? So Neo said, see, Trickity was up, Wathoni was up, Praise was up, and V was up. Obviously, he could not put V up for eviction. I think the only person he could also save was Trickity, because I think that Neo and Trickity had a very close bond in the house. So the other person he could put up for eviction was Praise. And of course, Ebuka asked her, why didn't you put V up? Of course, Neo said, why would he put V up? And while this conversation was going on, Prince had to say that, see, this Neo guy that we're talking about here, there was something he said about me. He said quite a number of things about him, but there was something that he said about Prince that Prince didn't like. Prince said that when he got outside of the house, he found out that this Neo that he's calling his brother went ahead to say that he was faking a presentation. If you remember vividly, there was a time that during the house, all the housemates were asked to come outside and just talk about their family, where they hail from, and all of that. And when Prince got out in front of the housemates, he was being emotional, and of course he was shedding tears actually. And then when Big Brother asked Neo, who do you think was faking their story right here during the task, Neo said he thinks that Prince was faking the story. And Prince didn't take it lightly. He said, why would you think I would be lying about my father who's alive, my father who's a prominent, because Prince's dad is a king. So why would you say I am lying about my own background, about my own family?
He said he felt like I wasn't being honest about my dad. Yeah. And I don't know why you would think that way. If someone is coming on national TV to say something about their parents who is alive, you should understand that their parent is watching. Okay. And there are people who know their parents. Why would they want to come on national TV and lie about someone who is prominent in the society? And they know that this person is going to be watching.
Now, Prince went ahead to say that, see, this same Neo that we're talking about, I cleaned his vomit. I think there was a particular night they probably had a party or whatever it was, and Neo threw up. And Prince said, see, I literally had to clean Neo's vomit. If I didn't have to do that, right? I could have as well woken V up to say that, hey, your boyfriend has vomited, come and clean it. But this same guy that I took as a brother went ahead to start saying stuffs behind me. Prince said that there were a lot of other stuff that Prince said about him that he didn't like, but the one that stuck to his mind was the one he said about his father. Now, Ebuka asked Neo, have you apologized to Prince? Did you reach out to Prince after the house? Neil said, yes, there was a particular day I saw him at the corridor while we were lunching in the hotel, and I was like, bro, whatever has happened in the house, let's just allow it to slide with the house, right? And for Prince, it didn't sit well. Prince said, see, that was not reaching out. You were lying. You didn't reach out to me. If you really wanted to apologize about the fact that you said something very bad about my father, you should come and apologize straight. And I really think that Neil was just being slimy with his answers. Neil was just beating around the bush because Ebuka was like, see, do you see that what you did, what you said about him faking his task, his story about his family was wrong? He was like, well, maybe because he just said it, but I don't really see it that way and all of that. And I personally just saw you in another light, right? And I feel that this guy, you should just own up to your wrong. If you said something bad about someone's father, for that matter, on national TV, you should apologize. I felt that you should have just apologize right there and then say, guy, I'm sorry, I apologize. I literally did not mean it. It was a game. And maybe it was a lot of pain, a lot of emotions, and all of that. But guess what? Neo was just beating around the bush. Then guess what Ebuka did? He brought V into the conversation and asked V, what do you think about this matter? V said, you know what? If Prince is angry about the fact that Neo talked about his dad and said he was lying about whatever he was, he's very correct. He has every right to be angry. Should Neo apologize to Prince? Yes, he should apologize. I was excited at the fact that V could really say that Neo was actually wrong. I think that V is a very straightforward person. If you're wrong, she will tell you. Even regardless whether you're a boyfriend or a friend or a colleague, she's going to tell you. And I feel that was what Neo should have done.
I think Prince's anger is warranted. I would be angry if I was in his shoes too. I feel like Neo should have straight up apologized. Because in the back of his head, when he was having that conversation, he knew what he had done wrong. Yeah. It should have just been a normal apology and move on. If you don't want to be friends, don't have to be friends.
In the long run, Neo did not really apologize, and I just feel that was totally wrong of Neo. That was How Tonight went. You can go to the comment section and of course let us continue our conversations there. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, and guess what? You get notified whenever I post a video. Go on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok, and follow me at The Femi Daniel. And until next time I come your way very soon, it's bye for now.